For every human being on this planet, there are ultimately only two choices: to think with your own mind and shape your own reality, or to surrender that autonomy and live inside a reality shaped by those who do. History is a game governed by strict rules, incentives, and punishments. It's a grand chessboard. At the very top are the creators, the architects who write the rules of engagement. Below them move the players, followed by the assistants. And finally, at the bottom, the figures. The figures stand on the stage of life, mistaking their mere presence for genuine participation, possessing no real authorship over the game at all. They are caught in a system they cannot see, their movements dictated by an invisible hand. True comprehension, the kind that breaks you free, requires two fundamental things: the word and the form. A word without form is an empty, hollow concept. A form without language to define it is just a vague intuition. Many of us sense that governance, the way society is structured, doesn't quite work the way it's presented on the evening news. We feel it in our gut, but we lack the precise language, the words, to describe the underlying structure. This is the architecture of power, the highest, most abstract level of governance. It isn't the hand that moves the chess pieces across the board. It's the hand that designed the board itself. It's the blueprint that determines what you think is normal, what you dismiss as extreme, and what you believe is even possible. This architecture of power governs through a hierarchy of 6 distinct levels, each more subtle and powerful than the last. At the very bottom, the most overt and weakest form of control is military force. It can occupy territory, it can enforce compliance, but it cannot sustain meaning or win hearts and minds indefinitely. Above it, we find genetic weapons. These are not necessarily bombs, but rather substances woven into the fabric of society, things like mass-produced addictive foods, alcohol, and tobacco. They are designed to dull awareness, to pacify dissent, and to encourage a population to govern itself downward into apathy. Rising above, this is the economy. The manipulation of debt, currency, and resources creates a system of control so pervasive that most people willingly participate in their own containment, chasing survival within a game whose rules are stacked against them. Next comes ideology, the powerful narratives and belief systems that frame our understanding of good and evil, right and wrong. These stories are crafted to serve the interests of the architects. Higher still is history. He who controls the telling of the past controls the perception of the present and the direction of the future. The historical record is not a fixed reality. It's a narrative, sculpted and refined over generations. But at the very summit, the pinnacle of this structure, lies worldview. This is the ultimate invisible cage of perception. It is the lens through which you see everything. It shapes your fundamental assumptions about reality, humanity, and your place in the universe. To control a person's worldview is to control their thoughts before they are even formed. To control this meaning is to control reality itself. The very first act of true freedom, therefore, is awareness. It is the conscious decision to see the system for what it is. Once you see the architecture, once you understand the design of the board, you are no longer just a figure in the game. You begin the journey of becoming a player. Thank you for watching.